I've been asked to do a series of videos running through all of my gear, everything that I use from rifles to optics to hunting kit, and I thought I'd start off with one of the favourite pieces in my collection of items that I take out hunting regularly, and that is my Jaeger hunting knife from York Knife. I've had this knife now for a few months, and it's been absolute perfect companion when out in the field. I haven't tried it yet on larger game, but it's done excellently for processing small game such as rabbits. The knife itself is 8 1/4 inches overall, with a 3 3/4 inch blade. It's made of 4mm stock in AEB-L stainless steel. If you're not familiar with AEB-L stainless steel, what I'd say about it is that it's got great corrosion resistance, so it's absolutely ideal when working with animals or out in damp conditions. And because it's AEB-L steel, it's also very tough. You could use this for many camp chores, not just as a hunting knife. It holds a great edge, but is also easy to sharpen when out in the field. This particular knife is a full flat grind with a micro bevel. The scales are olive green micarta and are of an excellent ergonomic design, so that the knife sits very easily in the hand and is very usable in different positions for finer work as well as more heavy duty work. It's very ergonomic. Because it's micarta scales, which is natural, it's quite a grippy knife as well. So if the scales do get a little bit wet with blood or any other moisture, any other wet items, you can always rely on a good, stable, safe grip. The knife is pinned here with brass hardware, and that makes a great position at the back there for a lanyard, this being 550 paracord. The knife, like I say, is made by York Knife, and you can see there they've laser etched their motif on the blade. Now, if you don't know anything about York Knife, they're a custom knife maker. So that means that if you want to have any personalisation on your knife, you can have that. And as you can see, I've got an affinity with Bergara, so I've got Bergara etched on one side of the blade. I have my name etched on the spine here, and on the reverse of the spine I also have a little motif. It's a Viking motif, but I think it serves quite well as a reminder to myself to get my backside out of bed on a morning and get out with the rifle, and even when I just feel like pulling the covers up over my head. There's something really special about being able to have a knife made to your own specifications, and to have some personal touches on there as well, and that's why I'd always recommend, if you can, going to an independent knife maker that can make you something a little bit more bespoke. And Luke at York Knife is certainly a master craftsman, and very capable and able to listen to anybody's requests and incorporate them into the design. He's probably better known for his bushcrafting knives, but he certainly knows how to put together a really good hunting knife as well. And the heat treatments that he applies to his knives just ensure that you've got a blade that's going to last you a lifetime. The knife, was supplied with its own Kydex sheath, and you can see that matches up with the colour of the micarta scales, and that's ideal for scout carry on a belt. Really good quality Kydex. Excellent retention. I mean, you can hear how that clipped in. There's absolutely no movement in there, and you know it's really firmly in there, as you can see. Fantastic sheath. That said, my preference for a sheath is something that I can wear from my belt, that drops down from my belt, and I've been using for some time this sheath here from Spec Ops. As you can see, belt loops here, hangs down from the belt, and the knife sits in the scabbard here. And there's also a place here on the sheath just for a Valniven DC4 sharpening stone with a diamond side and a ceramic side. That said, although I do have that particular sharpening stone for sharpening out in the field, you can also get some other items from Luke at York Knife, and I'm particularly excited to try out this strop, this leather strop from Luke at York Knife, which with a little bit of green compound should make sure that my blade is perfectly honed. And that again comes with matching 550 paracord so that you can attach it to a tree or something else, and make sure that you've got a comfortable position on your strop to go to work on the blade. Okay, so that is the Jaeger from York Knife, and if you're interested in a new knife and you want something a little bit special, something a little bit custom, more custom made to your own specifications, then I highly recommend that you go and give Luke a visit at www.yorkknife.co.uk. Thanks for watching, and if you found this sort of gear overview of help, then stay tuned and I'll be doing more of my gear over the coming weeks.